So I did my first presentation in online seller cruise, and when Carlos introduced me, and I said, okay, what do I do? I've always in India 30 years. E-commerce was new to me, like just 5 years. I realized that, oh, there is a big community of e-commerce sellers who are really doing good business. So this is how we started promoting India. This is me. I've been a civil engineer with diploma in international business and in the business for the last 30 years. I have a sourcing company for the last 30 years. In Germany, I have a partnership with the international recovery business, cargo damage claims, and a consulting business for the factories to be in the US. I've worked with a lot of retail, wholesale, institution, and designer category buyers for all those years. And as I said, e-commerce was new. I've been in export import industry. I have a meetup in India for export import across several cities. A lot of startups are coming to us. And I'm also the spokesperson for the Federation of Buying Agents, which is the sourcing consulting community there. Right now, as you've seen, the 50% of my time is devoted to social cause like environment, education, and building the FBA community. So most of my businesses are around community-based. I don't really work in that sense that I'm going to make money and then I'm going to spend. I would say build a community and then start taking some help from people, help other people, and then we can make some money here. So I have just a small FAQ. Maybe somebody can answer me how many states India have. If you have any knowledge.
27.
Please. Anybody else?
29. 29.
Yeah. What's the population of India now?
800 billion.
Yeah. We have actually surpassed China now. So you can imagine from these key questions, like if you compare US, it's like 50 states, and what's your population?
300 million.
Now look at the density of population there. We're almost half. In size, we are also very small, but we have 1.5 million people. And most of them are tech-savvy consumers. So that is where the success lies. What is the GDP today? Any guesses?
3.7.
Yeah, did you copy my presentation?
Yeah.
All right, so what are the key factors contributing to India's economic strength? Any guesses out of the four?
Growing workforce.
Yeah, so we have the young and growing workforce, which is actually driving the whole economy. The smartphones, I would say, like Alipay or any other Paytm. Paytm is the biggest payment platform in India, and it works even for 2 rupees, 3 rupees. Like any rickshaw or any hand-driven car, they don't have any cash now. So everybody is saying, oh, just do me a Paytm. They transfer the money on my account. So that is where these, and the smartphones is all like online shopping. So a lot of these people are also now coming in online shopping space where they're buying products. Okay. What's the software industry export globally? Where does India stand?
Fifth.
You're second. And that also came, like I said, if you know all these big companies in e-commerce, like even EM10 or I don't know, Carbon 6 and many other companies, they have all their offices, back offices back in India, if I'm not wrong. So that again brings you to subject. There was a time when a lot of tech guys were like literally stationed in the US, but then the situation now changed. Everybody is doing back in India. There's no H1 visas and all those things are happening now. There is a big chunk of young boys and girls who are tech savvy, who are into IT, they're managing a lot of business for US, and that is where your consumer also lies. Top 3 categories to sell. I could ask him actually.
So, Lily, Harold,
Yeah.
Headwear, you just want to learn CX.
Clothing and apparel, yes. Petwear and electronics and gadgets. So why did I say all these things? Solar powered, snowmobile, alternative medicines. Alternative medicine is a big industry in India, so that actually becomes your sourcing thing that, okay, if I have to bring something from India and there could be some product, then you should be looking at alternative medicines. And I'm going to tell you why these categories are basically very impulsive. Top 3 categories to buy from India. Any guesses?
Plastic.
No.
Home and kitchen, stainless steel and mixed material.
Home and kitchen, stainless steel houseware, mixed material utility product. So there you go. Ceramic and plastic products is not an industry for us. We don't have big factories. We can't compete with China. And that would be one more cue to you that if you need to really bring something, you might be having shipments or bringing some products from China in these 2 categories. Maybe you can build up a space to sell certain things in India, because that is also a big category people are buying back in India. Okay, now talk about festivals. Because India is known for festivals.
I don't know.
Oh, any guesses how many festivals do you have in a year?
20 to 40. You guys know a lot.
15 to 20. Like almost a month, you will have something or the other happening, and our festivals are not for a day. They run for a couple of days. So you may be right, like 20 to 40 days, but yes, in terms of numbers, 15 and 20. And that also brings to a focus that when we have festivals, then people are shopping. People have time to spend time looking at things to buy and really impulsive product buying. Okay. How many occasional days? So apart from festivals, we also have occasional days like Father's Day, Mother's Day, Daughter's Day. So Valentine.
40 plus.
30 plus, including the Western and the Indian. That is why the number is so big. And that becomes again one more opportunity to actually create products depending upon that season, that occasion. And we are talking about 1.5 billion people. Just always make sure that this is the number you're looking at. So when you're looking at sales, you're looking at a huge, if the product goes viral, then you go out of stock. Any reason, and right now is here, any reason why Apple cannot launch their phone on the same day in US and India? I'm giving you a clue.
Because there's a festival right now.
Capacity issue. Because Apple is a brand which is trusted, and that is where the market also lies in India. If you are a brand, create such synergy that people will relate to your brand and will trust your brand. They cannot supply the phones on the same day in US and India, because Indians will be actually ordering much more than US. They pre-book it, and then if they will run out of stock. So they always have staggered. And that actually I got to know from Apple company representative, because I thought it's a discrimination. Why can't you give me a phone in India and you're launching in US? It's nothing to do with discrimination. It's not like American or Indian second, American first. We don't have the capacity. You guys in India demanding so much of smartphones like Apple phones, we can't just serve it. So we have to do it staggered. So this is again a clue for you. That once you have a brand, you have an identity, and pretty much you are spending a lot of money on your advertisement, which is very small cost in India, but you can create really a brand value, and then you can sell well. Top 3 online portals.
Number 1.
Any guesses?
Flipkart, Snapdeal,
Flipkart, Snapdeal, Paytm. No.
Number 3.
Yeah,
Amazon.
it's number 3. So Amazon actually is number 2, Flipkart is number 1, and Myntra. Myntra is the fashion brand. And they are the number 3rd. And we have several other websites which are D2C. Biggest profit margin strategy for business in India. That is something as a economic question to you. What would be the best thing, best strategy for you? Any guesses?
Selling imported products.
No.
So on the local products.
Yes. Deborah is right. This is exactly where you should be focusing on, and maybe from China, or better is produce in India, have your brand value, have it branded, and then start selling in India as well as overseas, or maybe only in India, because then you have least of manufacturing costs, least of your logistics, nothing to go by ship, and it's the biggest market you can sell it. So this is where we will place somebody strategically. If you're doing private label, always keep looking at India as a market as well. You never know that you might have a lot of business within India while you're studying in the US. 3 reasons to buy from India.
You can buy small quantities,
Yeah,
ease of language,
yeah,
easy customizations.
yes, perfect. Yeah, all 3 are perfect. And these 2 will be your challenge: shipping time and production time. We are not like China with 30 days or 45 days. I don't know how many now China is doing, but certainly we cannot have it in 30 days. We are going towards that end where we have factories who are producing fast, but still it is 45 to 60 days. And shipment time is longer in China. Okay, top trending products on Amazon India.
All of the above.
Yeah. What is the approximate percentage of product returns in India?
15.1.
12.
18.5.
Okay. 15.1. Next question is approximate percentage of product return in India in general. Like, talk about all the sites, all the people who are selling on it.
16.
16.7.
It's actually 18.5. So if you look at Amazon and if you look at generally, this question actually should have an Amazon here. So Amazon has been very successful in getting a lot of people to produce quality and to bring down, because that's the biggest challenge you will have, product returns. And why do sell in India? Why do sell a product?
Ease of doing business, ease of delivery, and online business selling.
Very right. I would say ease of doing business is little challenging right now. But yes, we are the top 4 consumer market. We have a huge, I think, 35% of our people are actually buying online, which is a big number. Okay, certain words of wisdom actually, when you look at India, it's a lot of opportunities, a lot of people, and second language is English, but we still have a lot of common issues in terms of our beliefs. Like, you'll see banks with ATM inside the bank branch and they close during the lunch. It's funny, right? ATM means anytime money, but they will keep it inside the branch and then they close the branch. And especially when you close the branch at night, you don't have any ATM. So this is the level of contradiction you will see, and even in big cities. It's not I'm talking about small village or the countryside. It's even in big cities like Delhi. You have banks where ATMs are inside the bank, and then they get closed even during lunch hours. I would talk about plus in the system. We are a big country, we have a chaos system, but the system really runs. It works. The only thing that you need to figure out how to do it. Culture. You will see a lot of movies, you will see a lot of video documentary when you're trying to learn India. You'll see, oh, why do people walk through the traffic? Or they will even abuse you from behind that, okay, why are you giving me away? Even though it's a red light, I want to jump it. But you're standing in my way. So this is how the competition drives people to actually do something wrong. And the biggest would be communication. Physical or virtual attention to get results, or top of to bottom approach. So when you're dealing with factories or you're dealing with some authorities, the moment you go on the top, things get easy. If you want to get from bottom, like some managers, some representatives, you will never end up getting a solution. So it's better to, okay, go on the top. If you have a problem, speak to the owner or speak to the senior manager or whatever, and then things start to ease up. So this was before Amazon came in. No returns, no exchange, no refund. If you have bought it, it's yours. Don't come back to me. But Amazon came in 2012, which is almost like 12 years, 11 years back. They changed the entire mindset. Now we have a lot of shopkeepers as well who are not into Amazon or Ecom, but they are really mom and pop stores. They also easily are saying, and sometimes even still today there are certain shops, as you mentioned, return only between 2 to 4 p.m. because that's the lean period of the business. They will not ask you to come in the morning, which is they feel bad. I'm here to sell, I'm used to coming back to return. That's the omen for me. So don't come back to me in the morning. Don't come back to me in the evening because evening is peak season for my selling. I don't want to deal with this. A lot of other customers will be here. Some customers might go away. So only come between when the shop is having least amount of people and I have time. But things have changed so far. A lot of things in this stuff. These are certain examples of how Indians actually look at life and then we look at also the product. And that is where you can choose what you want to sell in India. We are mostly impulsive in our nature. We don't think long term, like the long shot. So you'll see a lot of people having helmets on their elbow or their helmets on their bike, and they will drive dangerously, not looking at from the angle of their life preservation or security. They're looking at it because if they are getting caught, they can easily put the helmet so that the traffic guy will not take you a ticket. So this is how people think in terms of also consumers. Impulsive product they will easily buy, no matter whether it's useful for them in the long run or not, but it's look good, it's look cheap. This is my festival time, let me buy. And then you have sales.
What?
Like police barricades. This was an example which I recently was giving a presentation. A lot of things are taken for granted. For example, at night, police barricades a lot of communities, so there is no stealing of cars or something like burglary or something. In the morning, police will just pull out the lock from the barricade. They will not pull out the barricades. They'll say that's something somebody will come and figure it out how to open it. So that's not my job. My duty is to protect. But then in the morning, I will just do a little bit of unlocking the gates. I watched it and I said, yeah, this is how actually life works in India. So, and the guy who was having a shop, he is bothered having a barricade. So he comes at 5:30 in the morning, which is a grocery store. He will pull out all the barricades, otherwise his shop is having no customers. So this is how people actually live there. It's just like a fact of life. This was another experience I had, and usually we have, like trade fairs, we have shuttles from the hotel. Now, you have certain times, the shuttle will go to the fair. People must have done in the Canton fair as well. Normally, the shuttle will get late. And when you ask for the reason, they'll say, oh, there is one person, he just called up, he said, okay, I'm coming, I'm 5 minutes late, I'm having my breakfast, or I'm just getting ready, and I'm just late. So the whole bus, with all the people who are on time, will wait for somebody who's late. So this is the point of competition. You will easily get it when you are actually doing business with your factory. You want to sell some products in India, and certain things will not actually make logical sense in your mind. Then you should think of these examples. Okay, this can happen. Certain movies, I would say, I would recommend. Right now, I got 2. OMG is top browser. PK has been is like alien coming to India and looking at all the competition and making fun of it. So these are certain movies which, whether you want to do some business in India, whether you're buying or selling, pick up the top good movies to see how India actually acts. What are the things happening right now? This is just a chart of all the Indian festivals. This is a small, I would say, snapshot. But if I start doing the festivals, the map is full. Then we have occasional days. Now bringing you the federation, which I told you that 50% of time is going into community service. That's why we built this federation of sourcing agents, and we are working for all your help in India, whether it's research of identifying products or getting compliances, managing your production and quality control, logistics, anything to do. We also have India virtual office if you would like to have anything to do with India, whether it's you must have company there doing your listing or content or photo shoots, videos, blogs. You would like to have somebody down there as your third we can do that. Also, when you have IOR service, which is import and record. In India, you cannot sell as an entity. You have to have an Indian company which will be listed on Amazon as a seller, and you are the brand owner. So Amazon India gets in between, and it's a tripartite, three-party agreement, which the brand, Indian seller, and Amazon does. And for that, you need to have somebody down there to look at your product, to protect your vendors as a brand. Otherwise, you never know what might get wrong. Okay, and this is what we have been offering to all the e-commerce sellers, which is hosted by our program. We invite all the sellers. The first trip to India is the majority of the cost is on us. We want to promote working more with sourcing agents and the exporters. So when you come to India, 6 nights, 7-day trip with flight, hotel, travel, food, factory travel, local travel, transportation, everything cost including would be around $6,000. So the seller only pays $999, while we pay close to $5,000 of cost. And we gather all the sourcing agents to meet you, selected ones which you select, and curated display of product by exporters. And then in 6 nights or 7 days, I would say, 3 days are spent on business, and next 3 days we would like to explore India, go to different places, see how people live, because you are in e-commerce and e-com seller space, you might want to sell also in the market, not only buying. So that's the reason we have kept 3 days for working and 3 days just for discussion. These are the product categories, I would say, which will be primarily your focus area to buy from India. Apparel, automotive components, floor coverings, cosmetics, fashion accessories, furnishing and lighting, gift and accessories, healthcare supplies, hand tools, home decor, houseware, jewelry and accessories, paper and stationery, rubber components. And that actually is the allocation of what kind of product it is: spices, tea, packaged foods, textiles, toiletry, sanitary ware, footwear, marble and stoneware. This is just a snapshot of all the pictures. I just quickly scroll through. Lighting, in fact, is one of the biggest categories. Lighting and furniture from India, two most biggest categories of product coming in the US. First, gift and accessories.
Lokesh,
Yeah.
do you guys sound like a district where you do knives?
Knives? No. It is not an industry as such, like just like in China you have socks, and there's a whole city producing socks. We have a metal industry called Notama, which has a lot of metal, but then knife is one of the product. We don't have an industry sort of thing.
That's how I was asking. So there's an area where I can find a knife factory?
Yes, you can. And mostly customization will actually help you. If it's a commercial knife, you will find few limited factories to do this, but then there is no innovation in that. When you want to customize it, then you go to the metal factories. This is one of the good categories to work. In fact, I was in the Delhi Fair, which is a sourcing company, sourcing fair, and we saw 2 new products coming from different factories. Paper mache was limited to north of India, but now we have seen another city doing a lot of paper mache product and converted into given an aluminum foil look. So if it's a bowl, It's a wood shape. It looks like aluminum. Now, compared to aluminum board, the paper mache board is very cheap. And if you don't touch it, it doesn't even give you a feel that whether it's aluminum or not. Because even we associate it in 20 plus years, I could see that it's a metal or not until I saw, oh, all of these products are paper mache. This must be also paper mache. And he said, yes, sir, this is made of paper mache. So that was something as a new innovation we could see and say, oh, you are doing nice stuff. A lot of lamps, like we can compete with ceramic of China and we still create something with paper mache. Then I saw another product in this fair which was from the marble sludge. When you have a marble cutting, you have a lot of sludge coming out because you use water jet to cut it. They are getting products from that water sludge, like a finish on MDF, finish on metal, and creating home decor and furniture products. Eco-friendly, they're using all the binding things, all the chemicals are all eco-friendly. They're all compliant. That's something unique. I have never seen this in the whole 20 years of my sourcing. That this could be economic, environmentally friendly as well, because what you're using is recycled. You're using just the water and the sludge of marble. I would, Amy came to us with the hosted by program with the toy fair, and I thought she will be, we're not very impressed with Indian toys because we are not even close to what China does. But surprisingly, she could give me 5 factories in the 200 plus factories who were displaying, who had wonderful product, competitive, and they said even if somebody would like to start the business on Amazon private label right now, they can do it from here. We were doing a live presentation of what the prices these companies are giving, certain products selling on Amazon, what are the margins there, how many units have been sold there, and I was surprised that, wow, this is something really India is now reaching in the toy category now. Sanitary industrial products. That's more marble and stone, natural. And that's all where you can find these.
So what about leather products? I thought India has a big leather industry, right?
Yes, I didn't cover the leather, but yes, India has a lot of leather production. Corporate gifts, furniture. I would say leather, we import leather, export leather to China, so you can compare. Yeah, we should add the leather category as well this meeting. Okay, any other questions?
So you have a tour and you take people through the production and the factories. It's 6 days.
Yeah, it's a 6 days, almost 7 days. So you coming from here to going back home.
It's $1,000 in your organization and subsidizes.
Yes,
Okay.
So where does this continue?
and this covers the all cost. So you will only have to take your credit card for shopping or for ordering products. You take out the money out of pocket. All food, travel, transfers, factory visits, everything on us. Yeah.
So who covers the subsidy? Is it your federation or?
So the federation is a non-for-profit, so we do not have any profit. But what we do is we line up sourcing agents. We choose some sourcing agents to meet. They pay to meet you. And the same cost is paid by factories. So you're paying $999. A factory also pays $999. But then we have 50 factories displaying. So that $50,000 actually will also cover the cost of exhibition, cover the cost of food, travel, and flights. So this way we have been able to just break even, I would say, and create the platform where you can come and explore.
So what if I don't know what I want to import from India and still I want to attend this? In that case, I wouldn't know which factories I want to visit.
Yeah, that's a good question. When Amy came in, Amy was an influencer along with seller. She said, I just can't give you categories of product. I'm just looking at India. I'm first time coming to India, so I don't know what to do. So we had 25 different sellers of different categories, and we aligned the couple of trade fairs she can attend. She chose toy fair because that's something which she was excited about. She said, okay, I'll bring my daughter along and pay for her, but I will align my travel. But the first day, the B2B exhibition you should do. Next day, the second day, let's go to the toy fair. So this way it's all customized. So once you say, okay, I would like to explore India, then the team gets involved with you. When are you available? What are the trade fairs going to happen? Which kind of products broadly you would like to see? And if you're even saying generalization, then we can suggest you, if these are the things you should do, you tell us where you want to go. So the next one we're doing in February next year, and then April next year. Like co-writing with Canton, co-writing with India Delhi fairs in February.
Both of these are in Delhi?
Yeah.
I see. Okay. So weather-wise, February would be better than
Yes.
April.
February will be better than April.
I see.
April gets hot.
And what do we have to do if we are interested? Get in touch with you?
Yeah, get in touch with me. I'll send you a form which you need to fill up, and all the FAQs are mentioned there before you sign up. You send us the money, and then we start working. Yeah.
How are shipping rates compared to China?
And now very competitive. I just had an email check from my office. It was $2,100 for 49Q. And the goods are coming to New Jersey. So almost we're paying $1,200 for local transport. So $3,400 and the goods were at the warehouse. And 49Q. Now the prices are really competitive.
Okay.
There was a time it really shot up like anything.
Are there like fast boat kind of options from India?
Fast board.
Fast boat, in the
Fast board.
Yeah,
Well,
fast
New York is tournament days. It depends where you are actually bring the product from. So Mudra to New York tournament days, even 18 days.
Do a lot of vessels come to Norfolk, Virginia? Do you know?
Not much. So New York vessel will actually go to Norfolk. So if your warehouses are close by here, then you should unboard in New York. If you are in Virginia, then you take the goods there. It makes cheaper because by truck it's going to be very expensive.
Exactly, yeah. So I would prefer it at Norfolk because I'm just an hour away from there. So
Yeah. So we have those vessels which will be planned accordingly so that they can land at Norfolk.
Right.
Okay? Any questions? Thank you so much.